Hello everyone, it has been a while since the last time I uploaded the video on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about view range. This is one of the most requested video from both my students and from YouTube community, and I want to thank you for all of the comments. And if there is any Revit topic that you'd like me to cover, please feel free to let me know. If it is something that I'm familiar with, I will try to make a video for it. Let's get started. View range is a function associated with plan views. And to make this video a little bit easier to digest, I'm going to break it down into two separate videos. And this one, I'm going to focus on plan region in connection with view range. View range is essentially a horizontal cut through the entire Revit model. It controls where the cut occurs, how much information can be seen below the cut plane, and how much information should be included above the cut plane. Let's have a look at it. Let's take a look at a diagram, and I will talk about this again in detail in video number 2. In order to get to the diagram, we will need to be on a plan view. It can be any plan view, then make sure that nothing is selected and the property in the property palette is the property of the current active view. And if you scroll down to about midway, you're going to see a function called view range under extents. Go ahead and click on edit. It's going to give you this dialog box, and go ahead and click on show to see a diagram explanation of view range elements. For the first portion of this video, we're going to be focusing on element number 5, which is the primary range. And primary range includes element number 1, 2, and 3. 2 is the most important element here since it controls where the cut line will occur. Now, I just need you to pay attention on these 3 numerical values. One belongs to top, which is element number 1. One belongs to cut plane, which is element number 2. And finally, bottom, which is element number 3. I'm not going to change anything here, but I want you to take note of the default value. 7 feet 6 inches for top, 4 feet for cut plane, and 0 feet for bottom. The associated level for this view range is level 1, which is the current and active level that we're on right now. I'm going to cancel out of this, and I have a section prepared for this video. In this section, I have several windows placed at various height. And to your right, I have these green lines to depict where the reference planes are according to the previous diagram. Cut plane is element number 2, top is element number 1, and bottom is element number 3. The default heights for these planes are 4 feet for cut plane and 7 feet 6 inches for top. The bottom plane is set to 0 feet 0 inches from the reference level, which in this case is level 1. Take note of where the cut plane is at the moment. We have window number 1, which is higher than the cut plane, then window number 2, which is lower than the cut plane, and we have the silt of window number 3, which is co-planing with the cut plane, and window number 4, which overlapping with the cut plane. We are going to ignore the door for now because I'm just putting it there for reference. Let's have a look at what the plan looks like in this area. Window number 1 is higher than the cut plane, so the visibility of the wall is overriding the visibility of window number 1. The opposite happens to window number 2. Window number 2 is lower than the cut plane, and once again, the visibility of the wall is overriding the visibility of window number 2. And since the silt height of window number 3 is co-planing with the cut plane, the two elements, window and wall, coexist. And finally, window number 4, which overlap with the cut plane, is shown correctly in this view. Now, the situation like this, where windows are placed at various height, happens all the time in design, but the way that Revit is displaying this situation in plan view is incorrect. Let's examine what happened, and for this we're going to go back to section. So what happened here is, in the plan view that we saw earlier, it has the view range preset to the default value, where the cut plane is 4 feet above the reference level. And what we saw on the plan view was everything from the cut plane and below it. So what happened to window number 2? It is clearly below the cut plane. However, there's a small portion of wall that is above window number 2, and therefore we are seeing wall instead of window number 2. As for window number 3, since the sill of the window is coplaning with the cut plane, and the top of the wall just below window number 3 is also coplaning with the cut plane, both elements are displayed. Where window number 4 and the door is, the cut plane clearly cut through those two elements, and therefore they are displayed correctly in plan view. So I guess we can say that for elements to be displayed correctly in plan view, the cut plane have to clearly cut through it. Now if you go back to floor plan and adjust the cut plane down to cut through window number 2, clearly you will not be able to see window number 3 and window number 4. You can also adjust the cut plane up a few inches to cut through window number 3, and therefore you catch window number 3 and number 4, but still you will miss window number 1 and window number 2. And for this situation, Revit has another function that allow us to override a portion in plan view to include some items that's above or below the cut plane set for that particular view. And that function is called plan region. Let's have a look at it. For this, we have to be in plan view. For window number 3, we can set the cut plane for the entire level 1 plan view up to about 4 feet 6 inches, and it will clearly cut through window number 3. But I want to strongly discourage you from doing that, because by just adjusting the entire cut plane for that particular view, you will fix one problem while creating many more problems elsewhere. And for this, we will use plan region instead. To get there, we're going to go to View tab, and under Create Panel, click on Plan Views. Then select Plan Region. For this, you're going to be in sketch mode. And for this, you want to sketch a window around the area where you want to adjust the view range. I'm going to sketch a rectangle around window number 3. And for this, you want to make sure that your sketch is just what you need, not too big and not too small. Once I second click to complete my rectangle, we're going to head back to Property Palette. Under Property Palette, there's only one option, which is View Range. We're going to click on Edit. Here, we're going to raise the cut plane by 6 inches to clearly cut through window number 3. And keep in mind that this adjustment only occurs within the rectangle that we just sketched. Once we're done with that, we can just click on the check mark to confirm that we're done with the plan region command. As you can see, the graphical error that we experienced earlier has been corrected for window number 3. Now let's shift our focus toward window number 2. As you may recall, window number 2 is lower than the cut plane. So we're going to sketch a rectangle around window number 2, and this time we're going to lower the cut plane to make sure that it intersects with window number 2. There is one rule to keep in mind about plan region, and that one rule is plan regions cannot overlap each other. As you can see here on the screen, clearly the second plan region that I'm about to create is overlapping with the first one. I'm going to let it go and show you what that error looks like. And on the Property Palette, I'm going to click on Edit, and this time I'm going to move the cut plane down from 4 feet to 2 feet so that the cut plane intersects with window number 2. Click on the check mark to confirm that you're done, and you're going to get an error message. And just as is said in the dialog box on the bottom right corner, the two boundaries are overlapping each other, and that is not allowed. If I click delete, I will have to start over, so I'm going to click cancel. Revit will bring me back to the sketch mode, and from there I can make the correction. I'm going to click on the vertical sketch line on the right and use the left arrow on my keyboard to move it toward left. Once I make sure that the new plan region is not going to overlap with the one next to it, then I can click on the check mark to confirm that I am done with the plan region. Clearly on the left hand side of the new plan region, I am missing a portion of window number 2. So I'm just going to click on the left right arrow and drag it toward the left to make sure that it covers the entire window number 2. Let me tidy up the area between window number 2 and window number 3. Finally, we can work on window number 1. Once again, as you may recall, window number 1 is way above the cut plane. Now there is another rule that we need to keep in mind when working with view range. And the rule is the 3 numerical value on the right side for top, cut plane, and bottom needs to be sequential. That means the bottom value needs to be the lowest, top needs to be the highest, and cut plane needs to be in between. The value of the cut plane cannot be more than the top or lower than the bottom. However, the value for the cut plane can be the same as the top. Here, in order for the cut plane to cut through window number 1, it needs to be more than 7 feet. I plan to set it to 7 feet and 6 inches, which is the same as top plane. While this is allowed, I do not prefer that they co-plane. So I'm going to move the top reference plane up 6 inches to 8 feet. Then we can change the cut plane to 7 feet 6 inches and OK out of it. Once you're done, you can click on the check mark to confirm that you are done with the plan region. Let me tidy up the plan region for window number 1. So there you have it, how you work with plan region in connection with view range. Thank you for watching, and if you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. See you again on the next video.